This week on The Chef's Line, the professionals from Sydney restaurant Nour are set to take on 4 home cooks who think they've got what it takes to beat them at their own game.
I think a home cook can cook better than a chef.
The home cooks will showcase their best take on Lebanese cuisine as they battle against Nour's chain of command, starting with the apprentice chef.
Jonathan is definitely going to win tonight.
Right up to the head chef. It's the ultimate food fight to discover if delicious home-cooked meals
It would be one of the best shawarmas I've ever eaten.
can beat the refinement of a restaurant dish.
This is so pretty. This is love on a plate.
Judged by executive chef Dan Hong, renowned chef Mark Olive, and food writer Melissa Leong.
So let's cook.
So which home cook has what it takes to make it to the end of the chef's line?
Cheers.
The week kicks off with 4 home cooks keen to celebrate their Lebanese culture and family recipes. Starting with Irish Lebanese grandmother Lynn.
I have the biggest Lebanese family, 35 first cousins on my mother's side. On the Irish side, there were 3 of us.
The lovely freshness of the vegetables. Fattoush.
Lebanese food really is the food of my childhood. I've also brought it into my children and my grandchildren's life.
That's not enough for a little boy. You won't grow up.
There's full-time mum Mayada with Lebanese heritage.
I've learned to cook from my mum.
She used to always teach me how to cook and show me different steps in the kitchen.
In Lebanon, where we come from, they make everything from scratch, and we can sort of modernise and add our own touch. That's what makes it special.
34-year-old actor Ellie
I have a Lebanese background and I've been around Lebanese food all my life.
loves to add a personal twist to family recipes.
Once it's served, people look at it and go, oh, okay, I can see what he's done here.
And no one's more proud of their Lebanese heritage than 29-year-old teacher Mary.
I love Lebanese food. It's just like me. It's crazy over the top, comes in huge volumes, packs a punch, and very, very tasty.
It's up to all our home cooks to prove their family recipes could be the winning formula to beat the professionals.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the Chef's Line.
Who's pumped to be here? Seriously, who's? But I want to know who thinks they're the best home cook here.
Yes.
Well, Lebanese cuisine can be traced back thousands of years. But today, it's time to put your mark on history and see if you have what it takes to come up against the professionals at their own game. You guys are going to be cooking against Sydney's restaurant du jour called Nour.
Nour celebrates Lebanese flavours in a fresh and exciting way.
2 duck all day, 2 prawn all day, 1 extra.
And leading the charge of his chef's line is executive chef Roy.
What we set up to do here is Lebanese cuisine and Middle Eastern cuisine like you haven't seen before.
They look so good.
Full of spice, be playful with it, but still humble to those flavors and traditionals.
It's got everything a good dish should have. Taste, texture, beautiful on the eye.
Yes.
It's been thought out.
A lot. When you put the food in one full spoon, you feel like you're in the Middle East.
That is so delicious.
So if we've done that, I've done my job.
Hey guys.
Hey, how are you?
Welcome, Executive Chef Roy, and to your entire chef's line. Can you talk us through your chef's line, starting with your first cab off the rank?
Yeah, so all the way from Northern Beaches, we got Jonathan. He's our apprentice chef today. We got our station chef, young Lily. Then we got our sous chef, Run, here. And you got myself as the executive chef.
So the first to cook is going to be you, Jonathan. So step up.
Ooh.
How are you feeling?
Bit nervous.
Yeah, I think you're downplaying it a little bit.
A little bit.
Okay, guys, I think you're in for a bit of competition. Well, tonight you're going to be cooking shawarma.
Shawarma is a classic Lebanese dish made with grilled marinated meat, pita bread, pickles and salad. In other parts of the Mediterranean, there are versions known as gyros or doner kebab.
Well, one of us is going to decide who puts the best plate on the pass this evening. It's going to be Dan. Off you go into the holding room.
Can't wait to see what I'm going to taste.
Dan will taste and judge without knowing if the dish was created by a home cook or by the apprentice.
Okay, guys, you have 1 hour. Let's cook.
Going up against the professionals. This is scary. This is really scary. But I'm looking forward to the stage after this, because I'll still be here.
At the moment, I'm marinating the meat. I really got to get the flavours into the meat. Today, I'm making my version of shawarma. My twist is adding Thai flavours in it, as I love Thai. Really strong herbs like coriander, cumin, galangal. I just added a few more spices. I've got to still make the tabla salad that goes underneath this, and tahini sauce, and some hummus dip. I've been making shawarma for years now for my family, so I think the judges will like it, hopefully. Okay, perfect.
Ellie, that smells really good.
Hey.
Beautiful.
Is it? I'm making a beef shawarma to how my mum makes it and how my grandmother makes it, but I have to admit that I'm a vegetarian, so that's a bit like, great meat, but I know what I'm doing. It's all right.
Hey, Ellie. What is the Ellie shawarma? Talk me through it.
Yeah, so I want to set that up as more of a taco. And rather than it being on a soft bread, it's going to be a toasted pita bread, and I want to kind of have it as a bucket style.
Shawarma is called sort of the taco of the
Yeah,
Middle East in a way, so it's not that far a stretch really, which is kind of cool.
No, you would be eating what you would be eating if you came to my family's barbecue on a Thursday. This is my mum's way of doing it.
So toasted pita, marinated meat.
Yep.
The pickles, the onions.
Yeah, got some chili there too if you want to add extra.
Chili's always a good thing.
Yeah,
a little bit of
absolutely.
heat never hurt anyone.
No, absolutely not. I love chili. I'll add it to everything.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
I'm doing the meat, which I'm using lamb fillet for because it's much softer. The shawarma I'm making is a lamb shawarma, and I do marinate it with some wine and some vinegar and things that really cut through, pack a punch. So when I roast my meat in the oven for a while, it just goes so soft. And the other element is the tahini sauce. I'm also using freshly made dough. I think I'm pretty good at it, but there is always risk when you make your own dough. Maybe it won't be kneaded properly, and you might get more of a dense bread as opposed to a nice fluffy dough that rolls up very nicely when you assemble your shawarma wrap. And that's a bit of a concern for me. I don't know if I'm going to get there. I'm going to watch that bread until it's perfect. I think I can get them a little bit prettier. We'll try.
G'day, Lynn.
Hello.
Hey, you weren't a vicar at Diblywoo.
You don't know how many autographs I've signed in London with people taking selfies.
You've got that.
I know.
So what are you going to be doing tonight?
I'm char grilling the lamb neck fillet.
Yeah.
It's a sweeter cut and I marinate it. And I'll warm the Lebanese bread. I don't make Lebanese bread. I'd rather do the other things. I'll put the tahini and yogurt down.
Yeah.
And then the meat and some chopped coriander and parsley. And I've got a pickled onion there that I've been marinating.
So do you think you've got the edge over these pups here?
Well, look, I've been cooking since I was 9.
Yeah.
So
Same.
A long time. Yes.
I'm hearing you, sister.
Yes. So I think I've refined it down to something that can be done very quickly.
Yeah.
Shawarma like that. Thank you.
So we've got 3 components to this dish: the base, yogurt bread, the meat, and then the garnish. We put offals in our shawarma. So today's one, we're going to be adding hearts and livers. Nour's shawarma is very different to everyone's. We use our chicken offal, so we use the liver and the heart. It's a lot more tender to eat. Heart's resting, I've got to do the livers, then I've got to cut the meat, and I can start cooking my shawarma.
It's painful to watch him doing this. You don't believe how hard it is to watch him working there and doing the recipes and everything, but he's doing very well. No more than 5 minutes on the liver. Jonathan is a very, very good cook, but if I see that he's doing a mistake, just give him the look.
A little bit nervous watching Roy watching me from the back, but what can you do?
Guys, 30 minutes has elapsed. You have 30 minutes until you need your plate on the pass.
Might have some competition, not gonna lie.
It's game on for Lebanese Week between apprentice chef Jonathan and 4 home cooks as they compete to create their own version of a Lebanese shawarma.
Tastes delicious.
And it's up to blind tasting judge Dan to decide which dish will be the best plate on the pass.
When I think of shawarma, I'm definitely expecting a lot of meat that's combined with spices, tahini or a yogurt dressing, some pickles as well, and a really nice pita bread. But most importantly, a balance of all those flavours together. I don't know who's cooked what, so we'll see and find out.
Ooh, yum. Looks good.
The fragrant smells good, and I'm just waiting for the juices to dry up.
I do this mainly with my mum. I never cook this for myself, it's mainly for friends, but I do cook it. With the beef, my biggest worry is not knowing how the beef is going because I'm a vegetarian, so I don't eat it. I really want to make sure that it's perfect.
Ellie, what you got 30 minutes, how's it going?
Good, coming along really well. I'm just getting ready to plate up now and getting the meat in the little pockets.
Yeah?
Or tacos.
Well, don't think you peaked a bit early?
It is a little bit early, but I know what I'm doing.
You're not worried?
I mean, I'm sure that it's going to taste great. I know the flavours are there. Everything's smelling right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be good.
We'll see it on the pass.
Thank you. I should have made like a vegetarian shawarma. Do you just want a sandwich with vegetables?
The dough, that's the only thing that's freaking me out because it is a short time. I noticed that when I was making the dough, rolling it out, it wasn't as easy to stretch out as much as I should be able to stretch it out. Some of them did feel a little bit tough. So think on my feet, roll them out as thin as possible and try again. If not, we'll go with what we've got. If I don't get the dough right, I will be so embarrassed. My mother will disown me.
15 minutes, guys, until your plate has to be on the pass.
Right now, my mix is done. I'm just adding the livers, make sure I don't have to overcook them. So just let that cook away. I'm going to do my flatbread now. We make our yogurt bread every single day. If you roll it too thin, then it'll go all crunchy. If you roll it too thick, the dough won't be cooked enough. So you need to roll it to that perfect amount.
Perfect.
Everyone does pita. Yogurt bread's different. It's equal amounts of flour to yogurt when you eat it. It just tears apart. Well, that's the goal. The bottom should be golden brown.
Look, I'm pretty sure it's going to taste very good. I can see one of them is doing their own bread. For us, it's very, very important.
Just take care of it and it should be right.
Not too much, low heat and forget about it.
Ready to plate.
Everybody, you have 5 minutes left to get your plates on the pass. You should be well and truly ready to go.
So the beef shawarma is stuffed with some pickled turnips, tomatoes, and then some onions that have been garnished with some sumac, and it's drizzled with tahini sauce and some fresh chilies. Quite simple. Taco.
So, this is the tahini sauce, the meat, and then some fresh coriander, the onions, with a squeeze of lemon and some lemon zest.
So I've put the hummus on and the tabla. I just want to put the pickles and then the meat in the centre and then served with the tahini sauce.
How are we going up there, Jonathan?
We first start off with the yogurt bread that's been pan fried. Add on the tahini dressing, chicken offal, target radish as well, dressed in lemon and oil. I'm confident the flavour's there.
2 minutes to go. Mayada, how are you going? 2 minutes left.
Good, almost there. Just heating up some bread.
Looking at my plate now, I'm not 100% sold on the way that it's come out. It looks messy.
Wow, that's unusual.
I know my shawarma's good. I know, and I wanted to get in and taste it. I was happy with it.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Overall, Jonathan did a pretty good job. Hopefully bring his A game and actually win.
Tick, tick, guys.
I would say yes, it's a winner, but the bread is really worrying me.
Well, here she comes.
Well done, done, guys. All plates are on the path.
Well done, guys.
My bread. I forgot to plate my bread.
4 home cooks and the apprentice chef from restaurant Nour have just gone head-to-head to produce their version of the classic Lebanese shawarma. And now it's time for blind tasting judge Dan to try their dishes.
Wow.
What are you thinking, Dan?
Looks awesome. It looks really cool. I mean, the thing about shawarma is that it's not the prettiest dish. It's all about the flavour. I really can't wait to try.
Okay, so the dish you see in front of you is a beef shawarma with pickled radish.
From first impressions, where's the bread? Where's the bread?
That's a really good question. You know, the bread, meat, pickles is what makes a shawarma.
Well, look, I'm just going to try it.
Do it.
Yeah. Tahini dressing. Here it goes. That meat's delicious. Beautifully marinated. The tabbouleh, nice acidity, lots of parsley. Tahini sauce, delicious. The balance is there. If only I had some bread to wrap all this up in, it would be one of the best shawarmas I probably have ever eaten.
So this next dish is a lamb shawarma with tahini and lemon.
All right, I'm gonna roll it up.
That was a big mouthful.
Mmm. That is the true taste of an authentic shawarma. The meat is perfectly cooked, really nicely marinated. That garlic sauce packs a punch. The bread, it's really nice, soft in the middle. So I think that home cook did make their own bread, which is really highly
So
commendable
you reckon
in my
this is a
opinion.
home cook?
And from how authentic it is,
Yeah.
possibly a home cook.
Okay, Dan, this next dish is a beef shawarma with pickled turnip.
Look, shawarmas aren't supposed to be fancy. It's all about the flavour, right?
Yeah.
But this person squirted all this sauce right over the top on the outside of the bread. How am I supposed to even pick it up?
Roll up your sleeves and get in there.
I'll keep an open mind. Well, it's still very delicious. The meat, that person's revved it up a notch with the spice content, which is awesome. The cutting of the onion is not great. I think it's quite thick. I mean, I love raw onion, don't get me wrong, but this is like real thick. But the sauce is good. The sauce is really good. It's just too much sauce in my opinion.
It's just all over the place. Yeah.
Let's go on to the next dish.
Another meat cut I really like, lamb neck shawarma.
Yum, lamb neck.
Go in, Dan.
That lamb. Yum, it's so tender. I like the addition of coriander. The tahini sauce was actually quite delicious. A liberal amount in there, so balance is there.
One more to go. Now this is a chicken offal shawarma.
Ooh. I've got to say one thing about the presentation here. It looks, should I say, restaurant-like. It's very refined, but is it a shawarma? I mean, a shawarma is supposed to be a hearty street sandwich, and this is sort of like almost like a canapé. Hopefully, it tastes as good as it looks. All right, true shawarma fashion. It's good. It's good. It's really good. I sense like with the offal, it's almost braised. It's not grilled like the meats here. It's got a different style of sauce, different spices, but is it hearty? You know, does it have that spirit of shawarma where it really satisfies you?
Ultimately, it's up to Dan.
Who's going to win?
It's going to be tough. I'm telling you, it's going to be tough.
Our 4 home cooks have just taken on the apprentice from Lebanese restaurant Nour with a classic shawarma. Judge Dan has tasted all 5 dishes without knowing if it was a home-cooked meal or a restaurant dish.
A little bit of competition at the end of the day. You don't want to lose to a home cook, so a bit nervous, but hopefully everything goes well.
Well, we all know shawarma's not the prettiest dish, but some of you actually managed to make a shawarma look amazing. But the dish that I thought was the best plate on the pass is this one here.
I can't believe it. I mean, I didn't think it was good enough.
The shock was real.
I wasn't expecting that. I was saying that my mum wouldn't have approved of my bread. She would have said it's not fluffy enough, so I'm genuinely shocked. But thank you.
I love the fact that you made your own bread. The dish had the perfect balance of the meat, the pickles. That sauce was so garlicky. It was so good.
Thank you. Mum would be happy.
Nice.
Beating an apprentice chef, that is the biggest compliment ever.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit like, crap. But just because I'm an apprentice, you can't always expect that you're gonna win just because it's my job.
Apprentice Jonathan, how do you feel?
Congratulations, I think it's awesome, you know? I just want to know how my dish tastes.
You nervous?
Of course. I was nervous.
Well, all the dishes had really good components, but then there were some dishes that didn't have the right balance and they were just missing that sort of oomph that I wanted from like a traditional street shawarma flavour profile. So the dish on the pass that did not live up to my expectations was this one here.
That's me.
Sorry, mate.
That's fine.
Yeah. I felt, there wasn't enough acidity there and a lot of the ingredients were cut a bit too thick, so it really overpowered the whole dish. It just, these guys are really good.
Yeah. No one wants to go home first, but at the same time, I'm proud. You should have picked Mary's. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
And congratulations, Mary. You had the best plate on the pass this evening, and because you managed to outcook the apprentice chef, you receive this beautiful trophy. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
How are you feeling?
I really want to take on the head chef of Nour. I don't know if I've got what it takes, but I love the opportunity.
Well done.
Tonight, Lebanese Week takes a step up for our remaining home cooks.
Fattoush.
Irish Lebanese grandmother Lynn,
I have the biggest Lebanese family.
Cooking to me, it's an experience that brings people together.
full-time mum Mayada,
Hey. What I love most about cooking is just being creative in the kitchen and experimenting with different ingredients.
and teacher Mary.
I love Lebanese food. It's just like me. It's crazy over the top, comes in huge volumes, packs a punch, and very, very tasty.
Our home cooks will take on the chef's line from renowned Lebanese restaurant Nour, who are led by executive chef Roy.
2 duck all day, 2 prawn all day, 1 extra.
His menu is an innovative approach to modern Lebanese food.
They're ready.
So much happening here.
We got elements in the kitchen from Egypt, from Yemen, from Lebanon, from Jordan, coming into one menu with Australian produce and some of Lebanese produce. And I think this is what we're doing.
Nour has been open under a year and has already made a splash on the Sydney restaurant scene.
That is wonderful.
Welcome back to the chef's line, guys.
Lynn, you feeling like you want to reach the end of the line to cook against Executive Chef Roy?
Totally. It would be age against beauty.
Executive Chef Roy, who's next in the line?
Tonight we got Lily. She's only small, but she's pack a punch, so you better bring your game on.
Station Chef Lily, it's time to step up and represent your restaurant.
Lily, so how are you feeling about this?
Yeah, I feel a bit nervous, but I'm trying my best to show that Asian can cook Lebanese food.
Well, home cooks, tonight you're going to be cooking baklava.
In Lebanon, this adored pastry is known as Baklava. It's a layered sweet made of phyllo pastry, nuts and a sugar syrup scented with rosewater and sometimes orange blossom.
Judging the best plate will be one of us. And tonight, that judge is Melissa.
Good luck, guys. I can't wait to see what you come up with.
Melissa will taste and judge all the dishes without knowing whether it was plated by a home cook or by the restaurant.
You have 2 hours to get the best baklava on the pass behind you.
And I'm going to get my Arabic on. Yalla, which means let's go.
After beating an apprentice chef, I'm feeling quite confident about baklava. Every Easter, every Christmas, we make so much baklava in my family. So the baklava I'm making 2 ways. One with walnuts and one with cashews because I love cashews. My family say walnuts are traditional, but I do something a little bit more for me with the cashews. There are a fair few elements for baklava. The first one is the atar, which is a sugar syrup. The second one is the pastry and nut layering. And the third is covering with butter, then baking and pouring the atar over it with the atar. I like rose water, and it's perfect.
I'm making baklava with rose and orange syrup. I used to stand alongside my mum when I was about 10, 11 years old, and she used to teach me how to cook. I was very interested in the way food came together. She'd always put rose water and rose syrup. So I added my own twist by adding the cinnamon stick and the saffron. I'm just going to cook that for about 10 minutes and let it set.
And what do you have in this pot right here?
I'm making clotted cream.
You're making what, sorry?
Clotted cream.
Clotted
so
cream?
It's called ashta.
Ashta.
But this is a quick way of making it, using milk, vinegar, and just boil it and then it clots and then you strain it.
Almost like a fresh ricotta or something like that, like a cheese.
That's right, but with this one, you'd add a bit of sugar just to give it a bit of sweetness.
So I'll leave you to it. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mayada. Cheers.
Thank you.
My baklava is a little different.
Okay. I'm making
Baklava that's based on a semolina custard. It's a family recipe that I developed because the children, they love custard and they loved this and they loved that. So I put it all together. So I'll make the custard, I'll set it, and then I'll cut it into long cigar shapes and roll it. Once it starts to thicken, you must stand there and you just must go in one direction, beating it. Because if you don't, it lumps, and then once it's lumpy, that's it. You have to start again. This is a time where I just get to think. I can sit and have a little meditate. It's quite nice, actually. But if you put too much semolina, it's a brick. So it's got to be not too much, not too little. Beautiful. I've now got the custard ready and I've got to chill that.
As our home cooks take on their traditional family versions of baklava, the restaurant are deconstructing the idea and interpreting it in a very modern way.
Today I'm cooking Nour baklavas with sesame marshmallow and cashew nut ice cream. I spent a lot of time to do this, so I'm very confident. My boyfriend said, you're too bitter, you're too tough woman. So I need more sweet. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do enclave. The enclave is the base of the ice cream and need to be cooled down before turning.
Go, Lily, go, Lily, go. Look, what we do in ice cream, usually you save it overnight. So today we're gonna use a couple of chef techniques and serve it just before we're serving today.
I just try to cool it down quick. Just checking if it's cooled out.
You put the ice cream in the machine. You know what this is.
And then mix with nuts.
Lily, you check the probe on this? Lily, check the probe?
Not yet.
I think Lily, 9 times out of 10, she's very focused, but she was a little bit under pressure.
So with the chef just watching on behind us, what's it like for you?
Actually, I'm not really care much.
There are a few elements of my baklava. You've got phyllo pastry, a layer of crushed nuts, and another layer of phyllo pastry.
Mary,
Yeah.
what's up?
I'm getting ready to pour butter all over these bad boys.
So the walnuts are in there?
The walnuts are in there.
Oh, right, that's ready to go. You're about to bake
that's
that.
gonna go in. That's the first way done.
Easy.
Easy.
I've got my sugar syrup on. My next step is to put the baklava together.
Mayada's baklava is a traditional rolled style. It's a technique she taught herself.
Wow, this looks incredible. Where did you learn how to do this?
Just playing around in the kitchen, I sort of learnt on how to do this particular one.
Yeah. And tell me about your family.
I'm 1 out of 6 girls. I'm 1 out of 6. So I got 5 sisters and 1 brother.
Wow.
Yeah, we all cook and share our own recipes with each other.
That's awesome.
And who can plate the best? And, you know, I think I plate my food better and they give me credit for that. And,
Can they do this as well?
No, they can't.
Guys, you have 1 hour until your plates have to be on that pass.
With the 4 home cooks doing their traditional versions of baklava,
Going to work very quickly.
and the restaurant taking a very modern approach, it will all come down to what blind tasting judge Melissa is looking for.
I love baklava. It's like one of my favourite desserts. The pastry needs to be crispy, not overly done, but still golden. You don't want it underdone either. You don't want soggy pastry.
That's right.
The nuts, the choice of nuts.
Well,
the
interesting you have
texture.
that choice of nuts because we've got one person doing walnuts, we've got another cook doing cashews.
No way.
A cashew baklava.
I don't think I've ever had a cashew baklava.
And we've got someone who's not even putting nuts inside their baklava at all.
Well, it sounds like we've got anything but basic baklava happening today. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's going on.
I'm working on the marshmallow. It's like an Italian meringue with gelatin. With the marshmallow, it should taste a little bit cinnamon and sesame seed. It's good. It's nice and fluffy.
That's good, Lily. Move on.
And then I'm gonna make a filo pastry with cinnamon sugar. I brush butter on each layer and then sprinkle with cinnamon sugar. With the filo pastry, it should come out golden brown and crunchy.
Mary is making 2 types of baklava, a traditional walnut variety and her own favourite, a cashew nut baklava.
This technique is one that my mum taught me. She doesn't do it often. It's only if she really wants to impress someone. It takes longer. But I just love how these ones look. They're just so beautiful on a plate. The chopstick is a bit of an addition from me. And I thought I'd better use that rather than using the end of a wooden spoon that my mum made my brother saw off. Works a little bit better.
I took my semolina custard out of the fridge.
Ooh, we got a problem.
I tried to flip it. It didn't work. About 1/3 of it remained in the dish and I had the other 2/3 on my board.
We'll work with it. And now we start the rolling. Doing the filo, got to make sure that the semolina, being a bit soft, will be contained within the filo. This could send me home if I don't get this bit right. Work very quickly.
Okay, guys, you've got 15 minutes before we get your baklava on the pass. Thank you.
Lily, your ice cream might be done.
Yeah.
We're good?
It's still running. It's not starting. Unfortunately, yes, I have a little bit trouble.
I think it's frozen at the bottom.
Do you want to move part of it to the other chamber and work both of them?
Yeah, I was feeling a bit pressure.
Just don't put all of it in.
I have to scoop it out and then I hope it keep turning.
Hectic.
I think that I may have overcooked the syrup. When I made my atar, it's a tricky thing to do because you need it to cool down completely before you know if it's right. When it cooled down, it was way too thick. So I'm just adding a little bit of water to thin it out. I added more rose water to my atar as well to make sure I'm still getting the flavour. I think it should be okay. There's no way to know for sure until it's 100% cool.
I am very happy how this looks because it's worked out perfectly, and because I put it in and made it earlier, it took its time cooking and now it's nice and crispy. The baklava will soak up the sugar syrup, and then that's what's going to make it sticky and sweet to eat. If you don't soak it long enough, and if you don't put enough syrup, it'll come out dry. So that's a bit concerning for me tonight.
Just lift up, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now look after your ice cream and you're done. Is it good? Is it good?
Yeah.
Hallelujah. The whole idea is when you put that spoon in your mouth, you need to take the texture of the nuts. You have to have that crispy filler. All of those things come together to one big baklava. It's not as any other traditional Lebanese restaurant that you go to.
Right. It is baklava. It's just that I've twisted a little bit for my family. A lot of the time, I make this sort of thing with my grandchildren, and they go berserk. So I've got to have one plate for them, and one plate that we're actually going to use.
We make so much baklava in my family. I made it 2 ways. I mean, if I just plated up one baklava, even if it was the most delicious baklava in the world, I think it might not be enough. Up against Lily, the station chef.
So I've made my baklava circles and I've baked them with the ashta, my clotted cream. There's some pistachios and pecans, and I've charred them. Adding the roses, the dried roses I've got here, and the saffron.
I've just looked at some of these plates. They look absolutely incredible. You have 1 minute to get your plate onto the pass. And now the last plate. Awesome. Well done, guys. The plates look absolutely amazing.
It's pretty nerve-wracking, competing against a chef. But I'm very proud of myself. I mean, I'm proud of what I love, and that's cooking. So we'll just see how we go.
Station chef Lily and all home cooks have just made their best versions of Lebanese baklava. And now blind tasting judge Melissa will taste them all without knowing which was cooked by the restaurant or our home cooks.
Wow.
You missed an absolutely epic baklava cook-off, seriously. Check out the plates. This is a baklava with cashew nut ice cream and marshmallow.
I have to say, it doesn't look like baklava, but the geometric shapes, you've got the squares of the marshmallow and the little triangles of phyllo pastry. It does have a little restaurant-y finesse to the dish. It's gorgeous. The flavours are really beautiful. It's not bathing in syrup, but you still get that beautiful aroma, of the orange blossom and the sugar syrup. You have the crunchy nuttiness, but, here we're seeing it as an ice cream component. And then, of course, you've got this, completely unexpected component in the marshmallow. I mean, who doesn't love a marshmallow? I would have expected a little bit more saltiness. Can definitely feel the sugar still on the palate, but that was beautiful.
Melissa, this is baklava 2 ways. You have traditional walnut, and then we have the cashew baklava.
I'm seeing 2 very classic Lebanese baklava shapes. I really want to dive in, so I think I'm going to.
Ooh. Oh, that's a nice sound, that crunch.
You want that sound.
You do.
The crunch is priceless. I love the flavour. I don't think that it's too sweet.
So that's the second one. That's the cashew baklava in cigar form.
I think she was ready to bust a move.
As much as cashew is a less common nut to use, it still works really well. I'm going to taste a little bit of the syrup on its own. At first, I didn't notice it so much. but when you taste that syrup on its own, it's extremely fragrant. I think maybe too fragrant.
This is the baklava filled with a semolina custard.
From a presentation standpoint, it is beautiful. It's a bold move. That's looking promising. I'm really impressed with the flavours in this plate. I would eat this as a dessert at a dinner party and be really, quite happy with it. It is actually really interesting that they did work in another well-known Lebanese flavour profile with the semolina custard. What I didn't love as much is having the custard through the phyllo has made the phyllo less crunchy than it should. I want to hear crunch. Unfortunately, I'm not really getting that as much. It's a bold move, but not sure if it's paid off for me.
This is baklava with a rose and orange syrup.
This is so pretty. This is love on a plate. Look at it.
It's actually pretty breathtaking, the presentation of the dish. If you notice, there's this cream there. It's a Middle Eastern curd called ashta.
I love ashta. That's some crispy pastry. The texture was a little bit too crunchy. These layers are so tightly packed. Perhaps not enough butter or oil in the pan when this was being cooked. Maybe almost a little bit biscuity. It does let it down a little bit.
So Mel, you've got 3 home cooks plus the station chef Lily. So you've got massive decision on your hands.
I really do.
Our home cooks have put their family heritage on display with their version of baklava tonight. Now it's up to Judge Melissa to decide if it's enough to beat the modern flair of station chef Lily from restaurant Nour.
Guys, we saw some amazing plates of baklava on the pass tonight, ranging from, the traditional to, shall I say, avant-garde versions of baklava. Yeah. They were all pretty outstanding.
Okay, home chefs, how do you think you went? Mary?
I'm pleased with what I created, but looking at what else is on offer, I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty nervous.
Station chef Lily?
A bit challenging for me, but I'm happy that I put everything on the plate.
And Roy, how do you think she went?
There was a couple of moments when she doubted herself, but in the end, she put 6 beautiful elements on the plate and the message was heard, I think.
So Mel, you've tasted 4 amazing dishes.
So this evening, the plate on the pass that impressed me the most is this one.
Station chef Lily, that's your baklava with cashew nut ice cream.
Well done, Lily.
Congratulations. Lily, you look genuinely shocked.
I couldn't believe it. It's unbelievable.
What an amazing job. These were not easy elements to put on the plate. It looked gorgeous. Texture, flavour, balance, everything was just so on point.
Well done.
Right. What do you reckon?
I'm proud, that's what I reckon. I think she did a fantastic job today. Very, very happy.
Now it's that tough time where I have to ask you, what plate on the pass did not live up to your expectations?
For me, that dish is this one. Oh,
I'm so sorry, Mayada. That's your baklava with rose and orange syrup.
all of the elements for a total winner, a total rock star plate were all there. But for me, it was just a little bit biscuity. It really was extremely impressive.
Yeah, I'm very proud, actually. I'm very proud I even reached this far. I mean, anyone can do anything if you just put yourself out there.
I think it's well and truly proven that Vietnamese can cook Lebanese.
Congratulations, Station 7.
Well done.
Lebanese week is down to the pointy end as just 2 home cooks remain.
I just put passion into what I cook, and what I cook, I have to like.
There's Irish Lebanese grandmother Lynn.
I have the biggest Lebanese family ever. We have family reunions quite regularly, and we look at each other's food and think, oh, she cooks like a mother.
And she has some stiff competition from teacher Mary.
And we'll roll this out. I am so passionate about Lebanese food because it's just like me. Oh, nice and hot. It's crazy over the top, comes in huge volumes. That's it, you have sambusi. Now, you just have to wait for the rest of the family to come over.
Our home cooks will take on the professionals from Sydney restaurant Nour.
Your beautiful restaurant.
Thank you. Welcome to Nour.
Thank you. It's heaven here.
All day, one extra.
Led by executive chef Nour.
What we set up to do here and basically is Lebanese cuisine and Middle Eastern cuisine like you haven't seen before.
Nour presents classic Lebanese flavours in a fresh and exciting way.
Emphasis here in the menu is keep it fresh and light. And that's our version of shawarma.
So delicious.
Their dishes push the boundaries on Middle Eastern cuisine.
This is a cured camel.
It's a shoulder.
Shoulder.
It's a shoulder.
You absolutely love this.
I love it. I definitely love it.
Welcome back to the Chef's Line. Home cook, she did very well against station chef Lily from restaurant Nour.
Lynn and Mary, congratulations on being the final two to reach this point. Which of you two is going to win?
Pretty tough competition, I'll tell you that
You guys are too nice to each other. Seriously, come on, there's two left. It's between the two of you.
She's really, really good. Have you seen what she does?
Executive Chef Roy, can you tell us who's cooking tonight?
Yes, tonight we got sous chef Ran. It's all the way for the Middle East. He's gonna bring some real tradition into the table today.
Looking very serious there, Ran. If I gave you a spear and a sword, you'd really look the part. You ready for battle?
I am.
Excellent. Step up, Ran.
Sous chef Ran and our two home cooks will create the famous salad Fattoush. Known as peasant salad, it incorporates fresh vegetables and herbs, along with fried pieces of flat bread to add crunch. Traditionally, day-old bread was used for frying.
Now, only one of us will be picking the best plate on the pass this evening. And to keep things fair, that judge will have no idea whose plate is whose.
That judge is Mark.
Head off into the holding room.
The home cook who impresses him the most will move up the chef's line to take on executive chef Roy.
As simple as Fattoush may seem, I want to see your own take on Fattoush. I want to see you take Fattoush to that next level.
You have 1 hour and 15 minutes. Let's go.
My upbringing was awesome because it was all about food. My edge is that I like to make a few of my elements from scratch.
I know just about everything about Lebanese cooking, but I like to take it in different places.
I'm very confident about my abilities. I'm very confident about my food. But if cooking is being a rock star, then maybe I'm the drummer.
Fattoush, easy. As long as nobody else pulls out any tricks, I've got this. I'm making a very traditional fattoush, except I'm going to add my own bread. I've got 1 cup of self-raising flour, 1 cup of plain flour, and I just put the self-raising in so that it will happen faster. I used my trick to make dough perfect, which is yeast. A little bit of warm water in a cup, a spoon of sugar, cover it up, and in about 5 or 10 minutes, the yeast is already active. It really will kickstart the proofing, and I need that to be the case because I need to roll these out and bake them in the oven for my fattoush. I think it's really important because that's exactly how my grandmother did it in the village, back home in Rashin.
This could have to be called Lenny G's Fattoush because I don't know that anyone else does this. It's not traditional. My mother-in-law would be turning in her grave. I'm not doing the traditional bread. I'm making medallions of eggplant and I'm going to stuff them with shanklish, which is a fermented cheese, very, very Middle Eastern, real tang to it, it's gorgeous. I cut it into a centimetre slice and then make a pocket in the eggplant, salt it, and then I'm going to stuff the shanklish into the eggplant. And I'm going to supplement it with some lamb. This is my answer to making it into a more standalone sort of meal. I think I'm taking a big risk, but if it fails, it's only a step to another success.
How are you going, Lynn?
I'm going really well. I'm just pacing myself. I've done this probably since before you were born.
That's a challenge right there.
I think he is so scary. The haircut, one thing, but this, I'll give you the stand. You are no more challenging than old lady aunts and grandmothers that stand over you and have a look. What's my poor son doing? Married to this? I'm just going to smile. Because a smile, you get more bees with honey.
Sous Chef Ran is creating Nour's very modern take on Fattoush, which includes beetroot three ways and a Persian feta mousse.
Tell me a little bit about Restaurant Nour's version of Fattoush.
We tend to take rustic Lebanese cooking and turn it on its head. So we took the traditional cucumber, tomato, radish composition. We sort of transformed it into a beautiful beetroot salad. And then the baby beetroots are marinated in olive oil that we infuse with cumin seeds, which that's actually Roy's grandmother's recipe.
Amazing. So you still have that tradition infused
We still
into
have,
the dish.
yeah. It's all about not being the Lebanese restaurant that you expect to walk in,
Yeah.
but really surprising people.
The bread that I'm going to make, I'm going to roll it out super thin and I'm going to brush it with a bit of oil, crisp it up in the oven so that when I break it apart, it's got a bit more texture than regular Lebanese bread.
Mary. Wow, looks like a very traditional fattoush salad.
It is, and what might seem innovative by baking my own bread is actually what my grandma might have done. Old, thick bits of bread.
Oh,
My grandma
awesome.
used to wash them and squeeze them out like a sponge.
I've never had a fattoush with a thick bread before,
Yeah.
so.
Well, you have a bit of both. I'm still leaving the crisp because you need the texture.
And, you know, you've got all the traditional ingredients, even this, which is purslane. I don't really see.
It's a weed. When I asked my mum, Mum, how do I grow batle? It's called batle. Mum, how do I grow batle? You don't grow it, it grows.
So what I'm moving to now is our lavash bread. We serve it as kind of like very crispy, sort of very thin shards. Lavash is very basic dough. It's flour, salt, baking powder, a little bit of sugar, quite a lot of olive oil. It gives it the crispiness, it gives it the color. So we use a pasta machine. Just because you can see how thin that is, you will never roll by hand.
So Executive Chef Roy, once again, you're keeping a really close eye on Ran. We know as chefs that the simplest dishes are often the hardest.
So for us, simple and traditional means the concentration of flavors. Composition on a plate is very, very important. It's got all the ingredients there. It's the way it's gonna put it on the plate. That last bit of oil, a last bit of lemon, that's what's important. He grew up on these flavors. As a young chef, he wants to take it to the next level, and this is his opportunity.
Got 30 minutes to your plate, needs to be on the pass.
I was starting to feel the pressure in the kitchen. We're pushing it. Looking across at what else I had to do and trying to keep it within a time limit, I found that was a little bit of pressure.
You gonna make it?
Yeah.
All right, that's what I like to hear. You've got 30 minutes.
We're pushing it.
The pressure is on. Our two home cooks and sous chef Ran are working hard to create their best versions of the peasant salad fattoush.
That's exactly what I want.
They're hoping to impress Mark, who won't know who cooked which dish when it comes time to taste.
What do you look for in a perfect fattoush?
There's some really key elements in this dish. You want the veggies and you want the cucumbers, you want that lemony aspect, you want that sumac to come through, but more importantly, the bread. I'm an open-minded kind of guy. As long as those key elements are there, it could really work.
Well, I've got all my ingredients up. The only thing I'm waiting right now is for the lavash bread to crisp up and golden up. But I'm still watching it, and I know that someone behind me is watching it as well, very intensely. So I hope we're not gonna burn it.
Ran cooking in Nour and doing 7 types of bread on the menu. I was sure that today he was gonna bring it.
In an ideal situation, the dough would rest for at least an hour, if not overnight. It could have been a bit thinner, a bit crispier. So it's a 9.5, 9.75 rather than a 10. So it was still very crispy, it was still very crunchy, it still broke up beautifully. But the one we do in the restaurant where we let the dough rest sometimes even overnight, it's almost like glass.
You guys have 10 minutes to get your plates on the pass. Lynn.
Smell that.
Beautiful. Gorgeous. You're looking a little bit flustered there. How are you doing?
Well, I've got no sense of time, so I'm a little flustered. But I've stuffed the chantilly into the eggplant.
Yep.
And then I'm going to put them in the spiced breadcrumb. They're my two medallions, and I've got to char grill the meat.
Wonderful. So this is your Lynn spin.
Oh, it's my total Lynn spin. Beautiful. Thank you.
Mary, how are you going in the back?
I'm great. My Fattoush dressing is my family's dressing. You put your lemon juice in, your olive oil, your salt and cement, but you can't forget your garlic. My family loves garlic, and you've got to be generous with it as well. But my doubt kept me going back and forth, wondering, have I put too much in? Have I not got enough in? And my first instinct was, I can't taste the garlic. So I kept adding and adding, and I don't know how that leaves me.
Lynn, how you
Yes,
going?
my friend. Oh, I'm really...
You looked a little
under stress,
a little
under pressure.
How's the meat going?
No, it's just sitting there for the time being. I just needed...
Are you cooking it or not?
Not
I mean,
yet.
it doesn't...
I need that to get hot enough.
You sure you're going to get there in time? Because the meat also needs to rest.
I had to get the char grill up to temperature, and it was like, oh no. And I've also got to cook the medallions. Once it was really hot, I put the whole piece on that hot char grill. 2 minutes one side, 2 minutes the other side. But when I sliced it...
Let's do this, come on!
It was a little bit too pink. I'm just going to colour it slightly only. I had the meat on the char grill, I had the medallions in the hot oil. And I thought, oh, I'm running out of time. But it takes a lot for me to crack under pressure.
Guys, you have 5 minutes till your plate has to be on the pass.
Okay, going okay. At the end, I really felt the pressure. I thought, I've got this is so easy. I'm just chopping up a salad. But I was really worried that it wouldn't be tasty, or maybe too tasty for the judges.
Where's your sense of urgency? Come on.
It will be an understatement to say that it's not our favorite dish to plate during a busy service.
Time to hustle.
It takes a bit more time, it's a bit more complex.
Lynn, you really need to get motoring.
Finally got the medallions to where I wanted them. So I plated it up.
30 seconds.
I just got there, absolutely just got there.
Well done.
Nice one, Lynn. Awesome.
I felt mentally and physically exhausted. If they don't like it, what can I do? Yay.
Lebanese week is heating up. Our two home cooks and sous chef Ran have just produced their best versions of the peasant salad Fattoush. Blind tasting judge Mark will now sample their efforts without knowing who cooked which dish.
Hi, guys.
Hello. I hope you're hungry. There was some thrills and some spills and some down to the wire work this evening.
They're really different, aren't they? They're very, very different. It's a curious mix, actually.
Let's try the first dish then. This is Fattoush with homemade flatbread.
What do you think of the look of it?
It's like how we like these peasant salads to be sort of like earthy, homely, something that you're really just going to hook into and go in here and have a toast. Garlic. Purslane there too. A really old school traditional additive to this dish, the purslane, Indian, Persian, from the Iran area, used right through that Levante area. Honest dish, I think it's really, really earthy, really, really hits the heart, I think, and also, you know, the stomach.
Now, Mark's Fattoush of heirloom beetroots, Persian feta mousse, and Nigella lavash.
Well, I think I can guess where this one's coming from because it's the business, isn't it? It's there. There's not a cucumber inside. These are pretty rich peasants.
Rich vegetarian peasants.
Oh, wow. Where do I start? And they've actually shredded the beetroot as well through there. You can taste the sumac, but you can also taste the beetroot. The beetroot's really strong. Melissa, this is the
Persian feta mousse. Were you having a little moment there? You just...
I did. I did. My eyes rolled back because I can taste the lemon. I can taste the sumac. Got to taste this. It's a modern take on, you know, the traditional fattoush, but have they gone too far?
This is a fattoush with lamb neck and crispy eggplant.
Lamb. That's really unexpected.
So tell us what you think.
You get a bit of eggplant?
I'm going in for that. And has it been deep fried?
It's been stuffed, it's been crumbed, and it's been fried.
And the eggplant's really surprising. I think the crumbed aspect is their take on the bread, but something totally different and outside of the box. It was nice. It was nice. Now, look, I've got to try some of this lamb. You know, mint and lamb does go together. That's a strange combination within this dish. I think they've used sumac on that because it has softened that meat up. Taste-wise for me, palate-wise, exciting. All up, the lamb aspect, different, but it's not that traditional fattoush.
So, Mark, this evening you've tasted 3 very different plates on the pass.
It's going to be a tough one.
It's Lebanese week. Our 2 home cooks and sous chef Ran have just produced their best versions of the peasant salad fattoush. Blind tasting judge Mark has sampled all 3 dishes. Will home cooking win out over restaurant technique?
3 extremely different plates on the pass this evening. You guys really answered our call to put your personality on the plate.
Mary, how confident are you?
I'm confident when I'm cooking,
Yep.
and then when I see everybody else's, I think, oh, why? Why me?
And Lynn, you literally put your plate up with less than 5 seconds to go.
It was a challenge. In the beginning, I was just taking life easy, and then it all caught up with me.
Ran, pretty confident the whole cook-off. You still confident now?
Competition is fierce, but I feel like I put a good dish up.
So, Mark, it's really up to you now. I really don't envy you.
It's been a really tough decision, but I'm a slave to my palate, as you can probably tell. For me, the best plate on the pass tonight was this one.
Congratulations, sous chef Ran. You had the best plate on the pass.
Well done. My palate was dancing there for a bit. The lemon and the sumac. It was a visually beautiful plate. Well done.
Home cooks, it leaves it down to one of you that's gonna go home tonight. Lynn, how are you feeling right now?
Oh, a bit nervous.
Mary?
Not so good, but really happy if Lynn moves on.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Now, Mark, which of the plates on the pass didn't live up to your expectations?
The plate that didn't live up to my expectations, it was this one.
I'm so sorry, Lynn. It's your plate of fattoush with lamb neck and eggplant that didn't stack up this evening.
Lynn, the eggplant was superb.
Okay, thank you.
So, girlfriend, why did you put the lamb on?
Long story.
For that reason, I had to choose that one.
Thank you so much for showing us all your passion.
You make food fun. That's what it's about.
It is. But congratulations, Mary. This plate was so close to Chef Ran just in flavour-wise. When I listen to my mouth, it's all over, baby. You are the last home cook.
It's a bit bittersweet, I suppose, saying bye to Lynn. Had a lot of fun.
Yes.
But I'm as ready as I will ever be.
Congratulations, Chef Ran. Congratulations, Mary, for making it to the final round. You've made it to the end of the chef's line.
Looks good.
Lebanese Week has been a closely fought contest so far, with 2 wins to Restaurant Nour. The last home cook standing will face off against Executive Chef Roy. And tonight, that's Mary, a Western Sydney teacher from a huge Lebanese family.
All of the pressure that comes from my perfectionist mother is completely worth it. All of the tips from my auntie, 100% appreciated.
Delicious! All week, Mary has impressed our judges with her skill in the kitchen.
Really, really hits the heart.
Thank you.
Really authentic.
Mum would be happy.
And now she's ready to take on the last professional in line, Executive Chef Roy from Nour Restaurant. Nour in Surrey Hills is one of Sydney's hottest modern Lebanese restaurants.
We just started in October. We're kind of the new kid on the block and we really, really love it.
It's heaven here.
With a kitchen that Executive Chef Roy calls the United Nations of Middle Eastern cooking.
We got elements in the kitchen from Egypt, from Yemen, from Lebanon, from Jordan. We got all of that coming into one menu.
Oh, yummy. That pastry is beautiful and I love the spicing.
Can Mary use her family knowledge?
I'm hoping that my passion and all of the intel coming from my relatives is enough to get me over the line.
To beat one of the most confident chefs in the country.
I'm definitely gonna win tonight.
Good evening and welcome back to the Chef's Line. Mary, did you ever imagine that your traditional Lebanese cuisine could stack up against these professional chefs?
I really didn't think that my home cooking that I do for my family would be enough.
You are going up against one of the most talented and innovative Lebanese chefs in Australia. Look at your face.
I'm confident. I know that what I make will be delicious, but I don't know if tradition is going to beat innovation.
So, Executive Chef Roy, how do you think you'll go tonight?
Look, she's definitely earned the right to be here, moving along the chef line. Mary beat one of my chefs. She's a very talented cook. She understands the Lebanese flavour.
You guys up the back, he's been watching you like a hawk all week. Have you got any advice for him?
Nah, I'll just keep quiet.
I think that's a smart move as an apprentice.
Do you have any advice for Roy?
I don't think you need my help. And even if I could help you, I wouldn't tell you at this point.
For tonight's final, Roy and Mary will be cooking sayadiyya. Sayadiyya means fisherman's dish. Rice is cooked in fish stock with caramelised onion and fragrant spices, then topped with grilled, fried or baked fish. It's most often served with toasted nuts as an accompaniment.
As usual, one of us tonight will be choosing the best plate on the pass. I think that's going to be you, Dan. Off to the holding room you go.
Can't wait, guys, I can't wait.
Dan will choose tonight's winning plate without knowing which was served up by the professional or which by our final home cook.
You both have 1 hour and 40 minutes. Let's cook!
I think I just need to work really hard to nail everything. I can't believe that I've made it through.
Kitchen can be a circus. It's a lifestyle. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
So they're cooking sayadiyya, which is a Lebanese fish and rice. One of the key elements to making this dish perfect has to be the rice. And it's got to be cooked in an aromatic stock made from spices and also caramelized onions. At the end of the day, it all comes down to flavor. Flavor conquers all.
Tell me about your version of sayadiyya.
So the essence of sayadiyya is the rice. Saffron and cumin are the main ingredient for the rice. Try this.
So this is your Lebanese 7 spice.
With a little bit of saffron, that's the base for my stock, my fish stock.
That's the rice. What about the fish? What fish are you using?
So we got beautiful snapper today from WA. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take squid ink. I've got some confit garlic here.
Hold up, squid ink.
Squid ink. It's gonna be a black fish.
Wow. Okay, now that's a definite Nour twist. Good luck.
Thank you. Look, we got little twists and turns, so I'm pretty sure tonight it's gonna go smooth, but you never know.
It is so intimidating to go up against the head chef because he knows how to do the traditional things that I know how to do and then somehow make them even better. But I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going to keep it traditional and let it speak for itself. My sayadiyya is a traditional version, but I use barramundi fillets. I'm going to fry the fish on a pan, which it's an Australian fish. So I guess it's a little bit of me on a plate. Bit Australian, bit Lebanese. I'm gonna break these up later anyway, so let's check how it looks. Nope, still needs more, a lot more. The fish is one of the most important elements in this dish. I need to execute it with perfection. There is no room for error at all.
You know what's exciting, I think, with Mary's? She's using a barramundi.
I know, traditionally sayadiyya is cooked with a firm, fleshed white fish. I mean, God, why am I telling you about barramundi?
Barramundi's lovely. It's indigenous to our country. It is a softer flesh fish, and I think great spin.
Pretty. I'm making my own fish stock. Fish head in some water, spiced with some cumin and baharat. Baharat is a mix of 7 spices, also known as 7 spice, used in a lot of Lebanese foods. I'm putting some of that, but I'm putting extra cumin in for the kick. The stock is so important for the rice because rice is such a simple thing to make. If it's not seasoned well, it's just rice. I've got my stock happening here with the fish head and the spices and salt. I've got the fish being cooked. I'm going to throw the onions into that oil once I take the fish out. And then I've got to cook the rice with the stock and the oil.
Cuisine does have his own taste. I think it fits really well with his dish. This is very salty. It shouldn't be salty. I knew things like this. I knew I was gonna get a curveball 1 or 2 at least. In the kitchen, things always happen. But if you really understand your produce, you know how to deal with it.
Roy, just checking in. You're looking a little bit concerned there.
Just found this particular sweet ink a little bit salty to my liking. It doesn't matter. This thing is all about adjusting as you go.
So you're confident you can fix it?
Of course I can.
Great. Of course I can. Of course you can.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use the natural sugars from the leek, from the onion, and from the garlic to sweet it up, and that should take care of that salt issue that I have. I've diluted the squid ink to create that balance I was looking for. Very good.
Fish is cooked perfectly. I don't mean to brag, but my fish was fried to perfection. Oh, those baharat are much stronger than what I'm used to. I could taste like an aniseed kind of flavour really pushing through, and that is not what I wanted at all. Cumin needs to be the star of the show. The flavour's just not right. I can't believe it. I can't believe that I've made a mistake with the stock. That stock needed to infuse into that rice to make that element be a standalone, delicious part of the dish. I was so worried. no good.
You have 45 minutes to get your plate on the pass.
Ooh. Pressure's on.
It's the last cook-off of the week between final home cook Mary and executive chef Roy.
Look, we all start as home cooks. And if you really love your cooking, you take it to the next level.
They're working on their own versions of the classic Lebanese fish recipe, sayadiyya.
I have to get my plate to the pass 100% right.
Tonight, it's blind tasting Judge Dan's decision who will walk away the winner.
I've just made a mistake with the stock. The stock is so important for the rice. I'm not giving up. I'm going to find a way to correct it. It will be different, but it will still be great. My attempt to save the stock at that point was to pour out a lot of the water, put more hot water in. Still not happy with that.
Mary,
Hey.
how's it going?
I'm a little bit sad.
Why?
I threw my baharat in and it's changed the entire stock. I only have one fish head. So I've tried to pull some of the water out, replace the water, mellow it out again, but it's just there. And it's not the way it should taste.
And I've seen you do some amazing things here the last few days. I'm sure you'll be able to think of something.
I will. I think I can come back from this with the encouragement that I'm getting.
You'll be fine,
Thank
sweetie.
you, thank you. I kept on pulling out water. The only problem was that I was missing all of the other beautiful spices in baharat, and I thought maybe the fact that the fish is still boiling will infuse those flavours back in.
With snapper, I find it's very good to steam it, but then I find sous vide is even better. Sous vide in French means cooking under vacuum. What it does, it seals all the it captures basically all the flavour in one bag. Using that technique, nothing comes out of it. This thing is not on. With this fish, I'm gonna cook it on 75 for about 20 minutes.
I've corrected the fish stock as best as I can. Not perfect, but that's okay. We'll get there. Then, once I was done with both the fish and the onion, I needed to use that oil, put it in with the stock so that I could capture some of that fish and onion flavour throughout the rice.
Look, being a chef, you have to multitask, especially in this.
What is it like to work with Roy? Is he a tough boss? Lily just went.
Not unusually. He's a demanding boss.
Yes.
But not in a negative way.
Do it or you don't. Stakes are always high if you're trying to push yourself a little bit.
He's always there. He wants everyone to do their best.
I just do what I think is right. Hopefully people like it.
It might scare you a little, but he's the best to work
A little
under.
fear's good.
A little fear's always good.
I'm pretty proud of my boys and girls. I'm very, very happy. And I'm just about to do one more ingredient. In this dish, the rice is a main component. And then we're gonna use some cuttlefish, which is a bit of a surprise. The key for that success is a combination of the right spice. This stock will determine the flavor of the whole rice. You get that balance right in the rice, and the whole dish will flow together. Okay, it's ready. I'll give it 5 more minutes and then we'll plate up. I was very happy with the rice. I'm gonna make tapioca puffs. Tapioca, it's similar to prawn cracker. It's an Asian technique and we'll put a little spin on it. It's basically you slow cook tapioca till it's fully cooked, then dehydrate it. Then after that, introduce it to a very high oil and it puffs up. We got a little bit of tapioca.
Fantastic. Well, you've got just over 10 minutes to go.
Sure.
Who can make more noise? What I'm making now is kind of like a side sauce, and it's a combination of vinegar, freshly chopped coriander, freshly ground coriander seed and cumin seed, and a bit of salt. My friend's mother taught me that one. And this is the best thing about the Lebanese community. Everybody's so willing to share.
Come on, guys, 2 minutes.
It looks so good.
Hustle, hustle. Come on, guys. 30 seconds, Mary. Come on, hustle.
I'm coming. What do I have to do? Ow.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you. Thank you
very much.
I think I might have done enough to beat Roy, but let's just see.
After a focused cook-off between our final home-cook Mary and executive chef Roy of Lebanese restaurant Nour, it's time for blind tasting judge Dan to try their creations. He doesn't know who cooked which dish.
Whoa. Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. They both look like really, really amazing dishes.
Dan, a snapper sadia with caramelised leek and cuttlefish ink.
From looking at it, that's not the traditional sayadiyya. You know, you've a piece of fish that's stained in squid ink, but you can still identify that it's a proper sayadiyya with the rice on the bottom, with the nuts.
I looked at that and thought it was out in the bush.
Looked like a bit of sort of charred bark or something.
Yeah, it took me by surprise.
I'm going to dig in. That's actually awesome.
There's that crunch.
There's that crunch.
The rice very delicately spiced. It's not overcooked, it's not undercooked, it's not gluggy, it doesn't stick together. I love the addition of this crunchy twill. Adds a little texture along with the pine nuts and the almonds. I really, really commend the idea of coating the fish in the squid ink. It almost adds a little bit of seasoning as well as that oceanic brininess to it. The one thing I say, I think the fish is slightly over. Yeah, just a little bit dry.
It was actually sous vide.
Really? It's actually quite easy to overcook fish via sous vide because, you know, these white flesh fishes like snapper don't have much moisture in them or fat in them.
That is
so
true.
You've got to cook them at the right temperature and at exactly the precise amount of time. But as a whole, really awesome. Everything worked really well together.
This dish is a barramundi sayadiyya with a spiced sour sauce.
Well, you can definitely tell this is a very traditional sayadiyya just from the presentation.
It's a good
That fish is perfectly cooked. Barramundi was a wise choice for this sayadiyya. The fish is nicely caramelized too. You can see that the fish has nice sort of brown marks here from searing in the pan. And the caramelized onions were taken to that stage where it's really sort of sticky and, you know, the sugars have come out from those onions when you cook them. I added the dressing and it really added that Lebanese zing, that sourness, that fresh, that herbiness, and it really took the dish to another level. The only thing I say is that there's almost not enough flavor in the rice. I can't really get the spice. Couldn't really taste the fish stock flavor or even the caramelized onions in the rice. I've got a really difficult decision on my hands.
You've got a huge decision on your hands.
I know, and this is for really, this is the big one, this is the winner. Sayadiyya is 2 components, rice and fish. And if you don't get one of those components right, then...
It's the final night of Lebanese Week, And home-cook Mary has just made a family-inspired traditional version of sayadiyya. Executive Chef Roy from restaurant Nour has plated a strikingly modern take on the same dish. Now it's crunch time.
This evening, 2 incredible plates on the pass. This has been a week of a love letter to Lebanon. There's been so much heart, so much soul, so much ingenuity, and a whole lot of tradition. It's been a real pleasure to watch.
Well, I tasted these 2 amazing dishes tonight. You guys should really be proud of yourselves. They're 2 very different dishes. They were both fantastic, especially for the final night.
Mary, that winning smile, how do you feel?
I feel good. Either way, I'm just happy that I could be a part of it.
Dan, which of these 2 is the best plate on the pass?
You could say one is very modern, very avant-garde. One very classical. The rice on this dish was absolutely outstanding. The fish on that dish was absolutely outstanding. So it really made me think, what is more important on a really good sayadiyya? And at the end of the day, for me, what makes a really good sayadiyya is the rice. So the best plate on the pass is this one here.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job. You did it.
Thank you. This was an awesome dish. First, you would see the squid ink on the fish, and that would be like, what is that? And then you taste it, and you'd love that brininess to it. And then you'd have the rice full of spice, so much flavour, which connected to the squid ink on the fish. It was really an outstanding dish. Well done.
Thank you very much. I love that dish. I think, like you said, that rice, we really worked hard to get that rice the way we wanted. I'm very happy with it.
What an amazing week. You've got 3 out of 4 wins from Restaurant Nour. What are you thinking right now?
This week was amazing for us. We get to celebrate Lebanese cuisine, and it was a great experience.
So, Mary, I just want to say that you almost won. Love the nuts on top, the caramelized onions, cooked to perfection. That fish, I love the use of barramundi. It's just that rice, you know, it just didn't have that depth of spice and flavor that I was hoping for. And, you know, if you got that rice right, who knows who would have won.
I've got a little announcement. I would love to have you in the restaurant for a day or 2. Just come and do a stage with us, work with us.
Oh, I would love to. Thank you so much. It's the best. Thank you.
That is the icing on the cake, or maybe the atar on the baklava, I don't know. But it is the best offer. I mean, if I'd won, it wouldn't have felt this amazing.
Yes.
Thank you.